My name is Shanice, and this is called the communion. That broken body, bruised and bloodied, hung up on the cross, he did all that just for us. And so we take the communion. We take the bread and we break it in reverence to show that his body was broken to pieces. It's done to show a love that goes beyond what we know that peace is. And we never had to ask, no one had to do any begging or say any pleases, but that body was broken for 1,000 offenses, 10,000 treasons, over 8 billion sinners, and all down to just one reason, one person, beyond human, that execution. Still, we call it a communion, as in the symbolism of the true union. Him and us, a seamless fusion, given for us a love not left unproven, the ultimate conclusion to the problem of sin, a perfectly final resolution, the communion. That bread, broken 1,000 times in 1,000 places, transcending races, a story written on over 1,000 pages and etched in our hearts. About the bread that is the body of the one that was and is, that was broken and is ascendant. A remembrance, not of the manna that fell from heaven, but of the bread that was unleavened, to show he is not leaving. And not in a manner that is unworthy, but an eternally given and divine body given for every body dead then alive. But my God, he is not a zombie. He is alive. My God is risen. He is the reason. The risen Prince of Peace is the reason we break this bed to pieces. So what is communion, one might ask? Well, it's not an obligation or a religious ritual or task, but a celebration that is intentional and scriptural in fact, declaring he was broken so we could be made whole in him. That's why we win souls and let them know of him and of the communion. A sacred institution, a written essay with a proven thesis that says our bodies are immune to all sickness and diseases. So there are no coughs, no wheezes, no viruses, and no sneezes. It says we are immune to all manner of illness. And so we take the communion and God sees it. He said he has given us this world, so take it, seize it, redeem it. His word goes up beyond the mountains and down through the valleys. It riches, so we go upwards and forwards, rising higher, no decreases. He decreed it. My words have power. They're not just speeches. My weapons are not carnal, so the victories never ceases. This is just a snippet of his will, his testament, and yet have you received it? Are you a witness? Do you do as he commanded? And by that I mean, do you hear and do, or do you just preach it? Do you even believe it? Do you get the significance? Do you understand why we take the communion? Do you know the true meaning and the reality of this sacred union? Do you recognize the sovereignty of the church through the only Son? Do you comprehend the severity of what was said and what was done? Do you drink eternity from the cup, eternal life from the blood? And when I talk about drinking blood, I'm not referring to those fictional vampires, because we do not hide from the sun. On the contrary, we shine bright and bring light and rule empires through the sun. We are set ablaze by his glory. We live to serve him only as souls on fire. The course has been set, the story's been written. We can only go higher. And so if life is like a game of baseball, we get to call and make the rules like the umpire. We have dominion. Our word is law, so we can walk into a war and declare a ceasefire. So stop sleeping and slumbering. It is time for the unmasked crusaders to emerge. We have been left in command, so on your marks, rise up and take charge. The blood that slays demons flows in us, so when you think of earth's mightiest heroes, forget the Avengers and think of the church. Because that is our ultimate and final form. And it's why we partake of the communion. so we will never be broken again. We will never be slave to any pain. We drink the blood of the Lamb that was slain, so the sacrifice was never in vain. And so we break the bread that is the body, and we take the cup that is the blood, and we thank the Lord for his sacrifice, for his love, for his life given for us, his church, of which I'm a member of, and you are too. And so we take the communion, and God, we remember you and your love like no other, which is to be celebrated every day of every month of the year, and not just once in December. Yes, and as we take this bread, we remember you and the victory you gained for us on the cross that will forever remain. And more than never being broken again, that bruised and bloody body means we live in the realm of the Spirit, and yet in this world we reign through him eternally, triumphantly. We reign, and we will meet him again in what will be the most glorious and beautiful reunion. And that is why we take the communion. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity. I don't take it lightly. Thank you so much.